Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. As you guys probably read by the title, I made this entire 10 car garage in under $1 million. I'm not 100% sure how much I'm gonna spend on upgrades, but I'm sure you can upgrade all these cars for under 200,000 if you were just to kind of do the bare minimum and stuff like that. So yeah, so all these cars combined, as far as just their normal cost, like just buying them, like no upgrades, no paint jobs, no nothing, is $864,000. I'm gonna go ahead and upgrade each one by one, and then talk about what I did upgrade wise and why I chose that car. Okay, so we are back, and yes, I made them all my crew color with black, and all of their wheels are white because I think white looks the best with my crew color. I know I said I was going to upgrade one at a time, but I didn't, okay? I upgraded all of them, and I'm not going to be talking about them in here, but I'm going to take them out. I'm going to start with this, and then go here, and then go there, there. Okay, so first off right here is the Mustang. It looks like it's the Dominator in the game. I'm pretty sure it is supposed to be based off like the 2005, 2006 Mustang. Yeah, so the reason I went with this car is it's cheap. It's a muscle car, so you can do wheelies. It's not the best, but you still can. I really like the sound of this car. The 2005 Mustang in real life is my second favorite year of Mustang. So yeah, that's about all I'm gonna say about it. It's just a really nice looking car in my opinion. It is an older car, so it's not the fastest or anything like that, but yeah, it is a muscle car. It is a Mustang. So yeah, next car. What I like about the Mustang is just its idling sound. Just listen to this. Like, if that doesn't sound amazing, I don't know what does. Next, this car is free if you have the starter pack, and I'm assuming everybody has the starter pack. If not, then this car is pretty spendy. And I love how he just steps on it in the beginning when you first get in it. But it is the LaFerrari in real life, aka the Turismo R. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they just call it the Turismo R. This is definitely a fast car. It is, like I said, the LaFerrari in real life. Again, it's an older car, so yeah, but it's pretty fast, sounds amazing, looks amazing, and that's all I have to say about it. It doesn't have too many upgrade options, but it because it's an older car. But other than that, I think this car looks really good. Yeah, so that's why I added it to the list. You can also use it for racing and things like that because, like I said, it is a pretty fast car. And I mean, just listen to this. Here is the Rustin, and that was my chair squeaking. Okay, don't start talking in the comments. I have actually never owned this car before this video, and I really like it. So you don't have to put the top on it at all. So it literally just looks like the seats, and I actually think it looks pretty good, but it was the most expensive car that I bought out of all of these. I think it was coming in at like 419,000, somewhere around there, but I chose it because it's fun. It's definitely a fun car. It's a small car. You can drive it wherever you want. Doesn't sound too bad, not too bad at all. There's a lot of customizable options for it, and yeah, that's basically all I have to say about it. Thing looks really good. You can take it to some meets, like some little off-road meets. You can drive it off-road. It's basically a golf cart that's a normal car. You can also swap this out with a bunch of other cars for the price range, but still a pretty cheap car for what it is. And let me know down in the comments what you guys would have chosen instead of it. And I just got in a wreck. But yeah, I also really think these wheels look very good with it. and it shoots some good flames too. Here is the Duke of Death, as you can see up top there, and it is free for everybody who plays the game right now, which I think is pretty cool. It is basically an old Challenger, and it is, yeah, it has big old like metal plates on the front and stuff like that, so it's protected, I guess, if that's what you want to call it. Armored, there's the right word. It's an armored car. But yeah, I really like it. I like the sound of it, and now that it is actually free, that makes it even cooler. So yeah, apparently it does some good burnouts, and it is also a muscle car. So I've never tried this, but yeah, you should be able to do some wheelies in it, which looks pretty funny in this car for some reason. But yeah, and also, if you get shot with it, it's harder to get shot because it is an armored car. It is an older car, so it's not the best protection or anything like that. But it is free, so I had to add it to the 10-car garage. Got here is the Lamborghini Gallardo, aka the Vaca, or the Pegassi Vaca in Grand Theft Auto. This car is pretty cheap. I think it was coming in at $240,000. I might be wrong, but I don't know why that car alarm's still going off out there. But again, it's a pretty fast car. It's a Lamborghini in real life. I really like the sound of it. I think it's very like showy. Like, it's a very pretty car. And whoa, that's some good lighting right there. But yeah, that's basically all. It's a sports car, or well, it's I think it's in the super class. Let me check that real quick. But yeah, it is the Pegassi Vaca, and yeah, it's in the supercar class, so you can do supercar races in it. It's a bit spendy, but I mean, compared to other cars that perform just as well as it new, maybe a little bit better, are in the millions, like literally 1.5 million all the way up to like 2.3 million for a car that's not much better than this. Next car here is the Karen Futo, which is probably my favorite car in this entire garage. I actually own, I think, about 5 of them. I own 2 of them on low grips. I own a secret gold one with F1s, a secret gold one with Benny's, and then I own my crew color one with F1s, and then I own this one right here. So I actually love this car. It's my favorite car to drift in the game. I'm not 100% sure what car it is based off in real life. It looks to me like a 90s Honda Civic, but I can't find the exact one that it would be based on. But I absolutely love this car, and it's coming in at only $9,000. And there's a lot of customizable upgrades, as you can see: the hood, the fenders, the bumpers. You can get the little on the back here, the little tow hook. Oh, sorry, I zoomed in too far. There we go. The wing, and there's multiple choices for every single one of those options. I'm gonna take it out. I haven't drifted at all in like a week, so if this is bad, I'm sorry, but it is a it's a very nice little drift car, and I'm used to driving it on low grips, sorry, but yeah, it's it's a really fun car and a really cheap car that basically anyone, well, literally anyone, should be able to afford $9,000. And also, engine options are half price compared to like supercars and things like that. So yeah, all the customizable upgrades and everything like that are cheaper too. So yeah, I don't know if you, even if you were just watching this video to see like if someone was broke or something like that, but yeah, even if you have money, I would suggest picking up this car. I absolutely love this car. Yeah, that's basically all I have to say about it, but I love this car. It's a good little drift car. It's not the fastest thing, but you don't need it to be. But yeah, it slides around a lot even without low grips on, just by buying it. And yeah. Next car we have here is the Porsche Turbo. So yeah, it is only 100 grand, like 100 grand even. I like that startup sound. It's an older car, which is why it's so cheap. You can also upgrade this car at Benny's. I did not, but then it looks like the older 911. It is called the Comet in game, and yeah, it's a pretty fun car, and it's pretty fast. I mean, for literally 100,000, this car moves. If you just need a little car from point A to point B, or you're doing some races with your friends, I mean, as long as they don't pull up in a Tesseract, you should be fine. But yeah, it's also a fun car. It turns, well, if you don't hit somebody, it turns really nice, and it's really smooth when it's driving. I love the sound of it too. It's a nice car. Next car. The next car here is the Voodoo Custom. So the Voodoo itself is only 5 grand, which is why I put it in this video. The Voodoo Custom right here costs me a $400,000 upgrade, but if you were to switch out the car up there for another one, you could easily afford this. It is a lowrider, and I figured I'd throw a lowrider in here, but the only way to do that is to upgrade it through Benny's. It's obviously not the fastest or anything like that, but you get all the hydraulics. So yeah, you can bounce the car around, you know, do whatever. But if you want to do that, you obviously have to have the Benny's upgrade, and the hydraulics that I put in it to be able to do this is 400,000, I think it might be 250,000. It's one or the other. I know that's a big difference, but yeah. But if you go all the way up like this, then you can drop it down and you can jump, and you can do that while you're driving, which is pretty cool. So you can like hold it down, and then whoop, if you don't turn, because if you turn, then it tilts with the car. Yeah, but then you can jump. But yeah, so you can basically put this car however you want. Like, you can put it back, you can like tilt it straight forward. You can do a lot of really cool stuff with the car. You can do this with any Benny's car, but the reason why I chose this one is because it is only 5 grand to get the actual car. That's pretty cool how it drags there on the back like that. Okay, next car. Okay, so the next car here is the Banshee. So the Banshee in real life is the Dodge Viper, and I love this car. It's an older car again, so it is cheaper, but I absolutely love this car. I think it looks really good in my crew color, and these wheels look really nice on it too. New street wheels. A lot of people do drift this car. I'm not the best at drifting it, but it is a pretty good car. It's not the fastest thing in the world. Yes, you can upgrade it at Benny's. This is not the Benny's version. It's a pretty cheap car too for what it is, especially. And yeah, I don't really have much to say about this car. There's many other spoiler options. There's a lot of customizable stuff on this car for how old it is, and that's basically it. Yeah, so I'd pick this car up if you do not have it already. It's pretty cheap, and yeah, go ahead and pick it up. And it is also free if you have the starter pack, which again I'm assuming everyone does. So I'm gonna go ahead and drive it over here to the next garage. So the next vehicle here is a truck. I figured I would have to add a truck to this just to, you know, kind of make it the all-around garage. We got the lowriders, the drift cars, the armored cars, the sports cars, the supercars. So I figured I'd have to add a truck slash off-road vehicle. So I went with this one, which if you look at it without all the extra stuff that I added onto it, it is the F350 Ford. And then you add all the stuff to it and it becomes the F550. So yeah, it's a big giant truck, and it's good for off-roading, and it holds 4 people, so you can drive your friends around with it. I love the look of this truck. I'm not that much of a truck guy in GTA, but I do think this truck looks very nice. And yeah, again, that's basically all I have to say about it. So I'm gonna drive it around a little bit, and then I will go back into my garage. Down in the comments below, though, add a rating out of 10 for what you would have my garage at. And you gotta calculate in the fact that every single car in there combined costs less than 1 mil, which, by the way, is, I'm gonna go online here, go to Legendary Motorsports, sort by price. I'm gonna go to, so every single car in that entire garage costs less than let's see here, costs less than, these are all old cars, but like for newer cars cost less than just like a basic car. So they all cost as much as the adder right here. So when you think about it like that, it's crazy. Also, if you go to, like, even on Southern San Andreas Super Autos, like this car right here, the entire garage costs less than what this one new SUV costs. So I'm not saying anything bad about the SUV or anything bad about expensive cars, but I'm saying if you're newer and you want to have cars that you can do everything with, then this might be the garage for you. Let me know which cars you'd switch out down in the comments below. Make sure to like and subscribe, and that truck doesn't even like to fit in here. So yeah, so make sure to like and subscribe and leave a comment down below on which car you would not have in here or which car you would add to this list instead. Peace out.